I was 13 when I first had unsupervised access to the internet. And being a 13-year-old boy, there was only one thing I wanted to see on the World Wide Web. It was something a little naughty. I searched for Pokemon cheats. And what I discovered absolutely amazed me. I learned in Pokemon Red you could talk to a man in Viridian City, then go surf on Cinnabar Island for hundreds of rare candies. In Pokemon Diamond, you could bike around in a certain pattern, then travel through the void for an hour to find a legendary Pokemon called Darkrai. And in Emerald, if you had certain Pokemon in your party and did various random actions in specific caves, you could obtain 3 secret legendary Pokemon. To 13-year-old me, all these secret Pokemon cheats were incredible. I had no idea stuff like this existed in my Pokemon games. And they were all so easy too. Well, except one of them. One cheat was far more difficult than the rest. It was a cheat consisting of so many convoluted and random steps, you would think someone on the internet just made it up to waste strangers' time. Every comment about it suggested it was fake. But how could you be sure without trying it? This cheat was, and I quote, "too complicated for beginners, and only those who succeed will do these cheats." I bet all those haters were just idiot beginners, just like me when I was younger. But that all changes today. I'm older now, and I'm determined to succeed. And here's how I did it. How I proved all of them wrong. Today, I show you how I get the magic muffler. For this cheat to work, there were 10 things to do. And the first thing to do was to release all my Pokemon except the weakest. Fortunately, my childhood save file was perfect for this. I had only 7 Pokemon, and 6 were level 100. So I released all of them and was left with my weakest Pokemon, a useless level 99 Rayquaza. It was now time to do the second thing, challenge the Elite Four and win it. I, of course, wanted this cheat to work fast, so I made sure not to use any healing items. And I didn't forget to beat them 10 times in a row. This took 2 hours with the Rayquaza and was uneventful. So, I could move on to the third and most difficult thing to do. Trade your weakest Pokemon to a friend. This thing was the only reason 13-year-old me didn't attempt this cheat back in the day. That pesky friend requirement. But as an adult, I have totally real friends. Just like the one off camera that I traded with to receive the Rattata holding the Ayapapa berry. I did have to do an extra thing that the cheat didn't mention. I had to catch a Pidgey so the game would let me do trades. But anyways, on to thing 4. Use the Versus Seeker and challenge all trainers from Pallet Town up to Sevii Islands. I imagine all the forum posters from 20 years ago who tried this cheat probably missed a trainer, so it didn't work for them, and they just posted misinformation on the internet, saying things like, "It is completely fake." I'm more diligent than them though. I spent 3.5 hours thoroughly exploring Kanto, destroying every trainer in my path. I needed to guarantee my success. During this process, my chat and I made a bet. Muffler has 2 definitions. If this cheat was real, what would the muffler look like? Would it be a scarf? Or would it be a device used to deaden sound, like a car muffler? I mean, there are scarf items in Pokemon already, so I assumed if it was real, then it would definitely be a scarf. My chat was convinced otherwise.
Okay, poll. Will it be a car part or a scarf? Car part muffler, 57% of you. Would a scarf make more sense? Because a Pokemon can't wear a car muffler. It's a scarf, not a car part. Are you willing to bet on that? Yeah, you know what? 50 subs if it's a car part. It's a scarf, okay? It'll be a scarf.
I had bet my chat $250 in Twitch subs that it was not a car part. A bet I was surely not going to lose, right? Because 1, it would have to be a real cheat, and 2, it would have to be a random item based on a part from a car? This game doesn't even have cars in it. Well, spoiler, as ridiculous as it is, I would come to regret this bet. Back to the cheat though. It took me 3.5 hours to fight all the trainers, and I was on to the 5th thing to do. Catch a Dratini in the Safari Zone. Then, the 6th thing to do was train into a Dragonite, which took another hour. As you can probably tell by now, this whole cheat is just a lot of lengthy, boring grinds, but I want you to remember, there are 2 types of people in this world, idiot beginners and succeeders. The grind would be worth it. I did not want to be remembered as a Pokemon loser who never got the magic muffler. Now, I said step 3 was the worst with the whole friendship bit, but step 7 was genuinely the worst part. It was to make Dragonite hold a Salac Berry. Getting a Salac Berry in Pokemon Fire Red is insanity. The easiest way I could find was to do a full playthrough of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, then find a specific battle CD which has you fight a full team of legendary Pokemon, and the reward is a single Salac Berry that you can transfer to your GBA games. So before this stream, I did an entire 25-hour playthrough just for a berry. With that already done, I was able to drop the berry onto Dragonite right away and move on to the final things. The 8th was to challenge the Elite Four 5 more times. Luckily, it said nothing about winning, so I used one of my HM Pokemon I had to catch for Versus Seeking to white out 5 times in a row. And now for the impossible step, where this whole cheat falls apart. The 9th thing to do. Go to Professor Oak, then use Fly 3 times. An impossible task since Professor Oak is indoors, right?
All right, so it says go to Professor Oak, which I would interpret as this. And then we need to use Fly and it'll fail. So we'll fly 3 times inside and then 3 times outside. That's not supposed to happen.
This is the moment where the cheat turned from a joke into something very serious. The game allowed me to fly indoors, just like the Registeel Cave in Pokemon Ruby. And there was only one thing left to do. Trade your Dragonite, the Salac Berry it holds will become a magic muffler. So I sprinted into the Pokemon Center and booted up my Game Boy Advance SP to trade with, and here's what happened.
So in theory, Dragonite should have a magic muffler. We'll do another trade then, where we trade it back. Okay, so in theory, this should have a magic muffler. No shot, dude. Wait a minute, okay. Wait. It's a car muffler. How many subs did I say I was gonna gift? 50? I mean, we gotta try it, right?
At this point, you're probably asking, question, what does the magic muffler do? The answer? It makes Pokemon experience move fast. Your Squirtle holds a magic muffler. Squirtle's at level 5. After battling, Squirtle will be level 97.
Apparently we're getting to level 97. Surf will 1-hit KO, right? Release Me gained a lot of EXP points. Oh my. It's going.